Good Tuesday morning. We're continuing the talk about giving. Now, the holiday season has wrapped up, but that doesn't mean your heart has to. There's always an opportunity to give back and think about others. Joining me this morning is Catherine Aitken and her son Ian. Thank you both so much for being here this morning. Now, Catherine, we have you and Ian here because you actually come up with a very creative way to teach Ian, your 5-year-old, how to save, how to spend, and how to give a little bit.
Yes, when he turned 5, my husband and I knew that we wanted to start him with an allowance. But we wanted to use the allowance as a way to teach him not only about spending and about saving his money, but also about giving. So we decided we took a few old baby jars that we had and glued it down, and we now have a jar for each of those things.
Okay. And tell us about these jars and how you decide which goes into each of these jars for Ian. How does he decide what goes into which jar?
Well, I did a little research on how to divide up the allowance.
Okay.
And the Talk About Giving website helped a lot with
Perfect.
that. They had a lot of good ideas. But we decided just for his own age, we do 4 quarters every Friday,
Okay.
and he puts 2 quarters in the spend jar, a quarter in the save jar, and a quarter in the give jar each week.
Wow, and you found that information off of the Talk About Giving website. So there are resources and tools out there, especially through the talkaboutgiving.org website, and how to implement this with your kids.
Absolutely.
And are you finding that he's catching on? You know, do you think Ian's like he knows what he's doing, what he's
Yes, every week he knows exactly how much to put in there, and then it also gives us a chance to talk about different organizations and causes that he can give to.
Now, Ian, your mom was telling me that you actually helped out at the zoo. What did you do at the zoo?
Save animals.
Save animals, which a lot of kids probably don't know about that. Tell me about that experience for Ian.
Well, oh, go ahead.
You put quarters in the zoo green thing.
In the fountain?
Yes,
Okay.
and then it rolls.
And what does that
It's
do?
in the penguin.
In the Penguins area, the Penguins Coast area. What does that money do?
It saves animals.
It saves animals. And you actually had a story about, you know, when he was going out, he saw another kid that was coming in.
Yeah, he had stuffed his pocket full of quarters when he went, and as he was leaving, he had 1 more quarter left. He found in his pocket. So he saw a little boy, and he went up to the little boy and said, I've saved animals with my quarters. Here, you have this quarter, and you can save some animals too.
That is awesome. So double saving there. Double. You're helping the animals and giving back to someone else. Do you really think that it's easy for parents? I mean, it is an easy conversation to start and to have with your children, to get them thinking beyond, you know, just themselves.
I think it can be. I think it's just about being intentional about what you want to teach your kids. Of course, there's many challenges, particularly around the Christmas season, with so many commercials and going to stores. If you have to bring your kids to the store with you, then they're overwhelmed with all the toys that they see. But there's lots of ways to counter those messages and to have other ways to teach them about giving instead of just receiving.
Definitely, and being creative like you and Ian have. Thank you so much, Catherine, for coming in. And Ian, I hope you continue to save and help save the animals, and you're doing a very great thing. Thank y'all so much for coming on.
Thank you.